Peace and greetings. What's good? It's Naya back here for the third operation of the OOTK, or the opening of the key series that I have here going. Alright, so I've pre-distributed these just to save time on the camera, but now we are I did the same thing like I did in part 2, or for the second operation. So now I would probably look in the same stacks that I did relative to the way the story's been unfolding, just to see if my significator card is in here. So let's take a look. No, not in there. It was in the 10th house the last time, so let's take a look. Not in there. Hey! Y'all need to chill. Y'all need to chill. Please. Holy crap. Yo, they acting the most right now. They're acting the most right now. Alright, where's this queen at? This queen here. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, she's not in 6. What about 12? She's not in 12. Okay. So now that we're at the astrological or the zodiac signs, I feel like a way that you can look at this is to almost be like, in what energy should you function through? What kind of action can I take in this situation here? So I'm looking everywhere except one to avoid. Okay. Let me see. I knew it. Okay. So my queen came up in the 5th stack, which is the Leo pile. Okay. Let me remove all of these guys. Now, personally, the way that I work through grief, the way that I work through loss, is applying, finding something to create. Through the process of creating, it is something that I definitely, over experience and time and all of that stuff, have come to learn about myself, that's how I deal with it. Creating for me helps me to release, helps me to let go of stuff. So it comes up in the, it came up in the 5th, I said house, I'm sorry, it came up in the 5th stack, which is Leo energy. Leo energy is steady, it's fire, it's creativity, it's bigger than life. It shines really bright. There's just this nobility about Leos that are, and I mean this as in this anyways, they're usually very creative. They're usually very giving, very warm, that kind of energy. So I feel like that's what this is saying. In order for me to process this, I need to try to process it through this lens of the Leo energy, the fire, the vitality that I still have because I am alive. I need to put that to good use. But it's kind of the way that I am seeing this right now. Okay. So here are my cards. So here we have 2 of discs, change, 6 of discs, success, which is the sun in Leo, by the way. Or is it? No, hold on. That's not, no, the 6 of discs, excuse me, that's the moon in Taurus. Sorry, I was thinking of a different card. I was thinking of the 6 of wands. Sorry. So two of discs, 6 of discs, right? So I feel like with this change, I need to find a way of kind of giving back, finding the balance, finding the exchange somewhere through the experience of loss that I've had here with the Ten of Swords, and like working through that pain. It kind of brings this sense of vitality. It brings this sense of clarity and warmth and even approachability, basking in the sunlight, that kind of thing. But it deals a lot more with that exchange by working through it, by working through the pain and having the realization that things can't always stay the same and things are gonna change no matter what, right? And then here we have this completion. It's this point in time where there is some kind of structure and harmony occurring during this kind of martial experience of losing somebody and things like that, that kind of everything happens for a reason. And then we have the Fortune card, which is just kind of like, that's how the world turns. There's ups, there's downs, there's opportunity for growth, there's opportunity for creating. So here we know, like I said, it came up in the Leo pile. So what this is suggesting to me is, kind of, how do I manifest and bring to light and build a structure for something creative, in a weird way. If I was reading it for somebody else, I'd be like, with the sun being there, with everything, with the changes, like, oh, well, maybe try having a kid, because that adds on to the legacy of the family line, right? Things like that. But because that is part of the creation process, definitely, is bearing a child, right? Or creating a kid. But that's not the only kind of creativity that there is, music, art, whatever. So now, really what I should have been doing with all of these strings was pairing. So that's why I threw that amendment up there before. So then right here, we would pair the Queen and the Fortune card, and I feel like this is me having to work through the ups and downs, and work through and understanding that the farther outside of the wheel that I get, the more things will spin, but the closer I get to center, the more things will seem still, and that everything is everything and everything is nothing and nothing is everything, right? Sorry, I get a little philosophical on you guys there. But yeah, basically, things are going to turn around. Applying myself to something creative is going to be beneficial for me, is the way that I'm looking at this. Especially as Jupiter being a benefic planet, okay? I feel like things can only really get better through the creation process, okay? Then we have change and completion, which, the cycle of change is never really complete, but the process of learning to change, learning to deal with change is a completion process within itself. And and it is what it is, and things through change, learning to find the small places where you can find joy during rough changes is important. So, you know, I feel like with this being in the lens of the creation process, that basically I need to find maybe something new, change up my artistic approach, change up my try a new medium, try something that's different, and try to complete a project with it and see how that works for me, right? Then we have success and the sun, and I feel like whatever it is that I'm thinking about that's different from my normal creation process and working through it and completing it, that it will be successful, and it will bring a lot of illumination into my life. I feel like that's what that's saying. Okay, so this is the pairing part of the cards. And giving back and sharing and maybe getting feedback from people while I'm creating it is going to be very illuminating, be very eye-opening, and kind of help the process along. And then we have like the one card left over, which is ruin, which is like, I feel like by trying something new, it could go bad, right? This is my worry wart part of me just going, well, you know what? It might not even go anywhere. But that doesn't stop the process from being fulfilling within itself. Does that make sense? So there is the third operation. Okay. Moving right along. See you on the next one.